Welcome back, everyone. Last time we told you about stress, a surprisingly dangerous emotion. This week, we're going to shine some light on a stress-inducing topic that you don't typically associate with Nebraska: human trafficking. Why this topic? April is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, but also because Nebraska is one of the most traveled states by traffickers. Interstate 80 is one of the longest highways in the United States, stretching from California to New Jersey. Its extensive route passes through numerous states, including Nebraska. Highways like I-80 can inadvertently facilitate human trafficking due to their connectivity, providing traffickers with a means to transport victims across state lines. Here are some ways in which I-80 and human trafficking may be connected. I-80 provides a direct and relatively fast route across the country. Traffickers may exploit this route to transport victims between different cities or states. Highways like I-80 have numerous truck stops and rest areas where traffickers may exploit vulnerable individuals. Traffickers often target areas with high levels of vulnerability, such as economically disadvantaged communities or areas with limited access to resources. I-80 passes through various regions where such vulnerabilities exist, providing traffickers with access to potential victims. Now let's define human trafficking. Human trafficking is a crime that involves compelling or coercing a person to provide labor or services or to engage in commercial sex acts. Coercion can be subtle over time, physical, or psychological. Exploitation of a minor for commercial sex is also human trafficking, regardless of whether any form of force, fraud, or coercion was used. Human trafficking really is modern-day slavery, and it's estimated that there are more than 49.6 billion people being trafficked today. There is no one kind of victim of trafficking. Everyone is vulnerable to being trafficked. That being said, there are circumstances that traffickers take advantage of. Traffickers around the world frequently prey on individuals whose vulnerabilities, including poverty, limited language proficiency, namely in English, or lack of immigration status, or lack of stable, safe housing or lifestyle, are lured or forced into situations where they are made to work under deplorable conditions with little or no pay. Trafficked individuals can be anyone. So how do you know who they are? Know the signs of trafficking. Individuals being trafficked typically show similar signs. They are usually accompanied by someone who does the talking for them and are controlling. This could be something as subtle as dropping off and picking up, or as blatant as keeping a hold of them at all times. They will likely be distrusting of anyone who tries to offer any form of assistance, including law enforcement. Other more obvious signs include being overly fearful, submissive, or depressed. This looks like lack of eye contact and anxiety in seemingly mundane situations. These individuals will likely lack money, personal belongings, and official identification like passports, driver's license, or a visa. Individuals might be in poor health or malnourished, dependent on drugs, or show signs of physical abuse like scars, bruises, dependence of others, or even a tattoo where there are otherwise none, or they share the same tattoo as others in their group. Just like there is no one type of trafficking victim, perpetrators of this crime also vary. Traffickers can be family members, partners, acquaintances, and strangers. They can act alone or as part of an organized criminal enterprise. People often incorrectly assume that all traffickers are male. However, the United States has prosecuted several cases against female traffickers. Traffickers can be anyone from pimps to business owners, from farmers and laborers to factory and company owners. Public health is deeply concerned with human trafficking for several reasons, but I'll list just 3. 1. Health consequences. Human trafficking often involves physical, sexual, and psychological abuse of victims, leading to a range of health consequences. 2. Vulnerability and risk factors. Many individuals who are trafficked are already vulnerable. Public health aims to address these underlying vulnerabilities to prevent individuals from being exploited by traffickers in the first place. And 3. Infectious disease transmission. Trafficking can involve movement across borders and frequent contact with different populations, increasing the risk of spreading infectious diseases. So, really, overall, addressing human trafficking isn't only a matter of social justice, but also a critical public health concern. That's where I'll leave it today. As always, stay happy and healthy. Until next time.